All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of my Super Mario Bros. 3 Super Mario Bros. 3 playthrough. Super Mario Bros. 3, if you would ask me when I was a kid, I would have said this is my favorite game, and this is the best game for the NES. Super Mario Bros. 3 came out in 1988 in Japan, I believe, and then I believe in 1990 in North America. One of the interesting things about that is that, and this is something I just learned recently, is that the sprites for Super Mario Bros. 2, the reskin Doki Doki Panic, were actually completed after the sprites for Super Mario Bros. 3. And that's why, in some respects, the sprites, especially the character sprites, like for Mario and stuff like that, arguably in Super Mario Bros. 2 are, oops, I almost missed that, are more detailed. So this game is so much more complex than the original Super Mario Bros. There's so much more happening in here. There's more power-ups. There's the level screens. There's just so much more happening in here. Let's see, can I make it? Oh, I can't. There's just a lot happening in this game that make it much more... if you watch my final thoughts on Super Mario Bros. 2, why did they do that? You'll know that this is a console game. This is not an arcade game. There's too much depth, and there's too much stuff happening here. And this game has it all. I got a little 3 here, letting us know, hey, you're playing SMB3. Another interesting thing is that this game, if you remember, was sort of previewed in Course Clear. You got a card, star. If you get 3 of the same here, if you match, then you get 5 free men for the stars, I think 3 for the fire power-ups, and then 2 for the mushrooms, I think. But this was previewed, at least in the North American release, by the Fred Savage movie, The Wizard, which was sort of a, let's see, was a kids movie that centered around video games and what was it? Video games and some sort of video game contest taking place in California. It involved some runaways. Trying to see if I can get a free man here. It involved some runaways. Fred Savage, a boy. Let's see. There we go. This is what I used to do as a kid to get extra men. One of the other things. Can I get one more? Oh no. That's it. One of the other things that, not bad. One of the other things that came out of the Wizard was Shoot Up High. The Power Glove was pre-announced, and I remember there's a scene in the Wizard. I guess there's Fred Savage and the little boy that he takes under his wing, who's sort of a little weird, but he's a great video game player. And then there's a girl involved as well, and they meet this sort of like cool rebel guy, and from California or whatever, and he's got all the slick equipment and stuff like that. And I remember, oops, I almost died there. He has a power glove, and at one point in time, he puts his power glove on, and then Fred Savage says to him, because I guess he's looking at the girl, and he says, you know, you keep your power gloves off her. And I remember even as a kid thinking, what a ludicrous thing to say. So one thing I didn't describe is you have the world map here, and you can navigate and you can choose which path to take. Like, I don't need to play both 3 and 4. I can if I want. I will. You have your toad houses. You have those, I don't know, those game rooms. I don't really know what they're called. What am I doing? Dying, that's what I'm doing. You get these note blocks. This is the first. See, I don't like the note blocks because sometimes that happens to me. I expect that I'm going to get the big bounce off of them, and then I don't, and then I die. And apparently that time it all got broken up really weirdly. So these, I won't bother with those. The pink blocks, the pink note blocks, they send you up here to these coin rush areas that we saw in, I don't believe they use vines at all. We saw the coin rush areas. We got a free man, 2 free man. We saw the coin rush areas in Super Mario Bros. 1 with vines. I think in my playthrough I missed a bunch of them. But that's okay. Here I don't think there's any vines. I think it's all the pink coin block. So this is how you get to the warp whistle, which I always thought was really cool. You have to press down a bunch of times on, or hold down for a while on those white blocks, and then you kind of go behind the scene, and then you go behind the end curtain, which I think is pretty neat. And then you find Toad, and Toad says, "1 toot on this whistle will send you to a faraway land." One of the neat things that I liked about this, it's just subtle, but Toad will actually look at you depending on what location you're in. And I think if you look at that Toad, and there's the whistle, and this is your warp, basically, if you didn't know. If you look at that Toad in there, he really owes something to the Super Mario Bros. 2 Toad. Now, auto-scrollers are probably my second least favorite behind swimming levels in Mario games. I just don't like them. And I probably don't like them because they're difficult. You know, and I guess they're supposed to be. But, whoops. I don't need you. I do need you. There will be deaths in this playthrough. Of that you can rest assured. I'll try to minimize them, but there will definitely be parts where I have to play again and again. Maybe even here. Alright, Marzioni. Can I get speed? Oh, no, I missed it. I needed to be going faster. I would have got 5 free men instead. I just got the Uno. So let's visit this Toad house. Again, pick a box. Its contents will help you on your way. Which one? Oh, the mushroom. The second most useless power-up after the star. So yeah, so in the wizard, I think I mentioned it, but the wizard actually shows how to get both. Oh, sorry, I should have said that. Line up. You line these up and you can get free men, but the wizard actually showed the location of. Oh, I missed it. Oh! The wizard showed the location of the 2 warp whistles in the first level, which is kind of weird. You know? Doesn't really make sense why they would do that, but I don't know. Definitely got me excited about the game. So I guess it worked. I guess that's why. Has there been a game release like that tied to a major Hollywood movie starring Fred Savage, fresh off of his Wonder Years success? Wonder Years and Princess Bride, I guess. So here's the second warp whistle. There's a doorway here. You gotta go in like that, and then boom, you get the warp whistle. I'm not gonna use the warp whistles. Those are the only 2 I know of. Maybe there are other warp whistles, but I'm not really sure about it. One thing you'll notice in this level is you can see the discolors. I like the animation when Mario enters and exits the water, but you'll see the discoloration of the sprites where the coins were, so it's sort of blue for the rest of the cave, and then you get this kind of like pinkish, oops, you get this pinkish sprite where the coins are, and you can actually tell that that's where that coin block is, or that's where that note block is because of that. I remember that from when I was a kid. Alright, I don't know, are these all the same? I don't remember. 92. Well, not too bad. 16 free men, that's good because I'm gonna die a lot. So the more free men I get, the better. I'm sort of disappointed though. Whew, almost died there too. I'm disappointed I didn't get those 5 free men. I knew it. You gotta go fast enough and hit it with sort of your belly or your head diagonally. If not, you get the other ones. But it's usually pretty easy to get stars, but I just sort of blew it. Alright, a little hammer bro action here. Sometimes there's power-ups in there. I don't know if it's only if you're small. But sometimes there are. Got ourselves... Oh. This level. Again, all these levels... I guess maybe I just don't like the hard ones. Maybe that's my thing. Anything that's difficult, I get frustrated with. Oops. Whoa, Mario. I find note blocks, I think I mentioned it earlier, I find note blocks frustrating as well. And the reason I find note blocks oh, Mario! Ah. So I think there is a, can I get him to come back? Oh, I can. Let's see if I can do it. I don't think I can. But there, if I can break that other brick, I can get, oh jeez. Or is it here? No! There's a power-up in there, and I just wanted the leaf. So there you go, death. There will be deaths. That is to be expected. This is a long, oh man. This is a long game, and I totally abused the raccoon power-up. Did I mention the raccoon power-up previously? This is you know, it's new in this Super Mario Bros. Oh man. I see myself dying here now. I'm gonna try to get that. Oh, power up. I'm all paranoid now. Okay, just relax. Oh, it's not that one? Is it really this one? Oh no, maybe there isn't. Could have sworn there was an additional power-up, so it looks like I died for nothing. If you do have the raccoon power-up, you can actually just skip all this by flying. Makes it a much easier level. I don't like this part here. I don't know why exactly. Oh, that's the end, right? There we go. 2 stars, good. Not too bad. At least I got over that initial death hump. That's not too shabby. Oh! This N house. I don't know what this is called. Flip over any 2 cards and see if they match. Miss twice and you're out. I should check online because I bet you there are some... oh, I bet you there's some sort of pattern to these things. Ah, too bad. But I bet you someone's gone through and found all of the different variations and printed them out. Here's our second Toad house. I don't use the power-ups all that much. Oh man. Jeez. What I want is a raccoon power-up. So here we have the final castle. Now these are all ships in this version, or in this game. Oh, it's terrible. The king has been transformed. Please find the magic wand so we can change him back. And so there's the king. He is a dog. And there's Toad caterwauling. And so here's the ship that we have here. And there's ships, I believe, at the end of each one. I don't know why. This is sort of how I always did that. That's my pattern for whatever reason. There we go. There's you can go on top of this section here if you just want to skip all this. But I need this guy here. There you go. Now, one thing about this bullet here, this cannonball, it goes diagonally and then it goes straight from there on. I always remember that from when I was a kid, and I always wondered why. Sometimes at the end of these ship levels, you can see there'll be a power-up right at the end there. Here's this guy. I cannot use the firepower on him. Oh, caught it in the air. There you go. And that's the end of World 1. Mario gets his wand. Oh, this is the first time we've had the fire flower power up, and you see the color. Like, if you look at that sprite there, it's not as nice as the sprites in 2. Mario's sort of a little plainer. There's Toad dancing. Oh, thank heavens, I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here is a letter from the princess. Although, if I said that the sprites for 2 came after 3, then the Toad in 3 is actually inspired by the Toad in 2. I was sort of wrong about that, I guess. Greetings. If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will give chase if you turn away. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Princess Toadstool. Interesting. That's the P-Wing we got. It's like the raccoon power-up, but you can fly the entire time. And interestingly, she's called Princess Toadstool here. From what I understand, in the Japanese versions, she's always been Princess Peach, and it wasn't until the Nintendo 64 that the English translations also started calling her Princess Peach instead of Princess Toadstool. So that's it for Episode 1. Episode 2, we're going to take on World 2. As you can see, this is a much deeper game than Super Mario Bros. 1. Tons of fun, but... yeah, I'll see you next time. Leave a like if you enjoy. Talk to you later.